welcome to the Triskel at Home series. My name is Jack O'Rourke. I am going to be playing you a few tunes from my lovely living room. The Triskel is one of my favourite venues that I've played. I'd like to thank Brian for inviting me to be on the roster for this series of concerts. But for now, because of the situation the world is in, I'm going to sing you a few songs from home. I look forward to playing for you again in real time. The first tune I'd like to play for you is a tune I wrote about a month ago. It's about a drone recording a town on lockdown and all that it surveys from the air, and it's called Strange Bird. Strange bird flies through deserted towns. She got no plumage, she got no song. Records the quiet in her memory. She's a computer, and what are we? Hugs are few here, hugs are scarce. The bird of there, she can find no trace. She scans the town for some human touch. We keep our distance, we don't embrace too much. Out of style. Oh, to hold you tight when the sun goes down. A boy outstretches his little hand. His granddad meets his through a sheet of glass. A window pane like the Berlin Wall. To a little boy it don't make sense at all. Trudy drank Manhattans in a bar of chrome. Now she buys her milk at the break of dawn. It's far from cocktails that she was raised. She hopes her world will be left unscathed. Out of style. Oh, to hold you tight when the sun goes down. For a silver moon, look down on a town. Let your light shine on. Let your light shine on. A strange bird flying through deserted towns. got no song. Normally I'd have a pint, but this is green tea. So I suppose that all of this is making us a little bit more healthy. I've been writing a lot of new songs during this time, so I'll play you some more in a while. This is a tune from my first album, Dreamcatcher. It's a song called Shining for You, which was partly inspired by Nina Simone. And with everything going on in the world at the moment with Black Lives Matter, Black lives have always mattered, but the movement that's occurring, the incredible outpouring of support and solidarity, this song, I think I'd like to dedicate it to anyone fighting for the basic freedoms that we all deserve. To stand tall, crash they fall one by one, and laughter turns sour in pursuit of your undone. Tomorrow comes creeping, your boats are struck dumb, walking full of bravado, but your eyes win a tongue. Shining for you, brighter than morning stars. I'm shining for you, light in your darkest hour, when you're hopeless and hiding, when you're effing and blinding. Bring your ship home. I'm shining for you. Your dollar, you're some caught and bothered. You long for the nightlife that gave you your cure, losing sight of what matters, fawn over and flatter, clothes for the emperor, blocking your view. Shining for you, brighter than morning stars, shining for you, light in your darkest hour, when you're hopeless and hiding, when you're effing and blinding. Bring your ship home. Shining, I'm shining for you. Shining for you, oh, light in your darkest hour, when you're hopeless and hiding, when you're effing and blinding. Bring your ship home. I'm shining for you. Mother, mother, there's too many of you crying. Brother, 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 there's far too many of you dying. You know we've got to find a way bring some love in here today. Picket signs and picket lines don't punish we with brutality. Talk to me so we can see what's going on. What's going on? What's going on? This tune is a song I wrote after visiting one of my favourite venues up the country in Listowel, a lovely town filled with music and writers and magic and devilment and mischief. It's called Mike the Pies, and it's run by an amazing guy called Aidan, who put together a motley crew of Irish rock and upstarters like me. And we recorded a version of Lean On Me by Bill Withers for PPE for nurses at the moment. So check it out on iTunes. Bill Withers, you can't really go wrong with covering a Bill Withers song. But while there, Aidan brought me up to the top floor of this amazing pub and venue, and he talked to me about his uncle Michael, who ran the pub before him. And Michael was a very quiet, kind of cool customer who didn't really fit the stereotype of a middle-aged Irish man. He wasn't really into GA or hurling or darts or racing, but he poured pints. And then his family didn't know, but up on the top floor of this pub he kept stacks of books on art, Renaissance art and classical art and opera. He collected volumes of vinyl of opera. And I just thought, what a story. So I wrote a song from his perspective, maybe, for a man of his generation, and what it must have been like to, I suppose, not feel part of the status quo. But he had this outlet on the top floor. So it's called Opera on the Top Floor, and it's written from his voice, what I imagine his voice to be. Status quo blast from a jukebox. The lads I grew up with play a guitar, conjuring youth. Hunched at the bar are your dreams that turn to dust, till I ring out for last call. A pint takes a minute to settle. The creamy it rises and lands like a chorus of horns. Regulars touching my eyes to change their tune, but I ain't a conductor. I got opera on the top floor, where violins cry and arias explode. I'm riding with those Valkyries too low and grim. I've got my own Valhalla in the store. The boy sing Elvis and skiffle, perched with the porter like vulture chicks waiting to hatch. The racism darts don't soothe the soul. I'm a fish out of water. whistle if my world collided with theirs. After the final, John gave us a drunk mess in Dharma, and for once I felt kinship. I got opera on the top floor, violins cry and arias explode. Riding with those Valkyries to Lohengrin. Got my own Valhalla in the store. And that opera on the top floor. No one knows it's under lock and key. Needle, it's Savannah, I'm away on the wind. Every secret needs a sanctuary. It's so weird. It's like one of those sitcoms that after a song you should have piped clapping or something. I never liked piped laughter in sitcoms, so yeah. So that's called Opera on the Top Floor, and that's another new song. I'm going to play the title track of my last EP, which came out in 2019. It's called Ivory Towers, and it's kind of about letting go of your inhibitions and old regimes toppling down, which seems to be happening at the moment, hopefully. So here we go. Never been a better you. Never been a better me. Shadows kept in exile. Lock 'em into history. Put your famine into flight. Shed your shame, our colors soar. Speaking in magic tongues, may love in reruns. Crashing waves upon your shore evermore. Young's painting dreams like rainbow showers. Bracing possibilities soul to soul. Ivory towers, ivory towers. Neighbors whisper venom in old museums. You kiss me lingers, but tearing down broken regimes. Tear at the seams. We're on the cusp of riding waves. Far from bombs and orange men. To show you my fragility. You vulnerable comedian. Tango with me in the dark. Kiss me in the morning light. Lay with me in sandals. Skin on skin in pale moonlight. Young's painting dreams like rainbow showers. Embracing possibilities soul to soul. Ivory towers, ivory towers. never been a better me. Shadows kept in exile, like I'm in history. There's ghosts in this house. Can you hear the fireplace and the floorboards? Maybe they're responding to the music. The last song of the new songs that I've written recently, I'll play for you. It's kind of, I wrote it about a first world problem. I missed my morning ritual of going to a variety of coffee shops in Cork, mostly Alchemy on Barrack Street, to get my, hit for the day before I start work. So I came up with this idea of a lad that goes in every day to a coffee shop in America, and his day is brightened by his interactions with this kind of cool kind of broad who runs this coffee shop. It's just an idea for a film, so that's what it's about. I'm looking for my coffee lady, so if anybody would like to nominate themselves to sing the second verse, so I'm going to sing both verses, a bit like Shane MacGowan doing both verses of Fairy Tale in New York. It's called Coffee Art, when a bit of Japanese swan art or a heart or a shamrock is put into your coffee, and it's kind of about the little things that make your morning. So I'm going to do it. I hope I remember all the words. Wrong key. It's definitely live now. Thunder in the morning, ain't it just the way? When the dragons are in your head with tales of dread, you need a fix before you face the day. And the scent of coffee roasting, it's like a sitcom from the Bronx. It's your senses just like a wave. Your cravings cave. You lift the latch, see her familiar face. In a magazine, there was a beauty queen, served up coffee refills with a southern smile. She don't hold a torch to your love hearts, pouring foam like Andy Warhol's art for me. Love perpetual in a cup of joy. I've worked here since the 80s, when pumpkin laddies were a myth. I flunked all of my college dreams for punk rock schemes of playing bass with Patti Smith. But all that never happened. So I bought this joint for me. I've been pouring shapes in their cups, fill them up, a little joy, a little art, mediocrity. Here's a lighthouse, here's New Jersey, here's a railway for your model train. What's your filter? What's your poison? Tell me all your worries, but don't say your name. Here's a baseball for your home run. Here's a jukebox with a hit parade. Play Aretha, I'll let you lead. Whirl me around this joint before the sun comes up at dawn. Morning ritual, love perpetual, in a cup of joy. That's called the Coffee Lady. So if any coffee ladies or singers are listening, who'd like to take on that role, let me know. How are we for time? Okay, we don't have much time left. Again, I'd like to thank the Triskel and Brian for asking me to be part of this curation of concerts online. I'm slowly getting used to playing gigs. Every so often when you look up, it's a bit strange. There's me playing, and I'm aware of all my little tics and eccentricities. I'll leave you with a song, another new song, relatively new. It's called Ithaca, which is kind of the idea of coming home. I think it's kind of fitting for the time we're in at the moment, where we've all probably felt a bit at sea. It's from the Odyssey, that idea of Odysseus trying to find his homeland Ithaca, his homecoming. So I think we've all been very brave and knuckled down and stayed indoors. So I suppose this is the idea of coming back to a new, maybe better idea of normal, whatever that is. Okay, so this is called Ithaca. Thanks for listening, and I hope to see you soon in real time. Rules of travel come undone. You drop your compass, I was always waiting. Southern stars with northern lights. We meet untied on moons that shine magnificent. There's no need to run away. You could always choose to stay. If sirens call and you and I'd sing them. I could be your wanderlust. I can be your journey's end. You're homeward bound, you're lost and found. You're Ithaca. Steering ships ships without a stern. Lie beneath your wings that soared like condors, lighting fires to bring you home. We watch the burning embers rise like wishes. There's no need to run away. You could always choose to stay. If sirens call and you and I'd sing them. I could be your wanderlust. I could be your journey's end. Homeward bound, you're lost and found. You're Ithaca. Thanks for listening, and thanks Brian and the Triskel for having me. Stay safe.